Smart contractors hire specialized team. Rank high on Google, hook better leads. HookAgency.com.
Day one, it was just shockingly different.
They did such a great job.
Extremely happy.
I have a salesperson that works 24/7.
We've worked with a lot of different agencies over the years, and I think we've found, just like most people in this room probably, that they're extremely frustrating, really annoying. Tim and his company is just light years apart from anybody we've ever experienced. Industry for 15 years, and I've always loved marketing, so I've experienced a lot of those same stories that anybody in this room will have. From day one, it was just shockingly different.
And we are very happy with your services. Extremely happy. If you're just beginning your website, or if we're getting into this new AI technology, do your research, ask other people who hired that company, and then hold them accountable. But we did our research on your company, and we deposited our trust in you guys, and we relate to you the bad experiences that we had before and how frustrated we were with what we built 3-4 different websites before, and they didn't work, didn't provide results. So I would say do research and hold them accountable. And you guys are great with that, with accountability.
I have a salesperson that works 365 days a year, 24/7. Whenever a customer comes and visits that website, and I am able to essentially start my sales process for them. I've never been able to do that with that other website. Where I was viewing it from, oh, this is an expense, when I looked at what it could actually do for me, it's one of the smallest investments that we could make for such a good return on.
Yes, Hook is a little bit more expensive, but I guarantee you, your ROI will be there. In business, it's all about risk. From what we actually have with the website, they did such a great job grabbing my idea and just blowing it out of the water.
Whoa!
Y'all, what is up? How you doing? I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm doing the mistakes that most HVAC companies make on their website. I'm going to talk about the top 5, and we're going to do an audit and see, hey, is this website experiencing those mistakes? And then I'm also going to do a little cold plunge because, you know, got to switch it up every once in a while. So we're going to get the ice in there, get it prepared. So that's up next. You know, I was trying to get a lot more ice than that. Little story before we get started. We have a nanny, which is awesome. I love having a nanny. Well, we were gone in San Diego, and she cooks while she watches, or when our baby goes to sleep and stuff like that. But she cooks so much that she fills the freezer, and so our ice machine didn't have quite as much ice, which is just a funny challenge. I just think it's so funny that she just has to keep cooking. She's like, it's just totally. She told us we need to get a what do you call it? A box freezer for our basement because she's cooking so much. I don't know when we're gonna eat all this food, but anyways, all right. So we're talking about Freedom Residential's website. I'm gonna quickly go through these mistakes and see if this website is experiencing them, and then we're gonna do the rest of our winning website audit, since that's our main thing. But this is going to be a little bit different. So presenting the screen here. All right. So Freedom Residential, the number one mistake that I see. So let's see if this is happening here. It goes along with our normal audit where it says friendly customer focused headlines. So most HVAC companies, literally, I think 90% make it about us, the company, and how cool we are, not the customer. So it comes off a little bit as bragging, and it's also not super compelling because everyone else is doing that. So let's see if that's what we're doing here. Over 20 years of experience. We service all major makes, models, and brands. This is probably the better headline here. Is your HVAC system ready for the season? Schedule an estimate today. And then this text is getting totally washed out and unclear what I'm checking, especially if I had a little bit bad eyes, which I kind of do. Install, repair, maintain IAQ. This is jargon, by the way. I'm just going to be real with y'all, if that's okay. And, I put my homeowner hat on for these audits as much as I do my marketer hat, because I literally, if I was just a homeowner, I wouldn't know. I know you're saying it right here, but like, why can't we just lead with the indoor air quality instead of IAQ, like trying to impress the industry or something? Sorry, that's real. All right. So what I'm going to recommend here, 100% change this to a more customer-focused headline. No smiling customers. There's not one customer on here. That's the biggest mistake I see. There's no customers. This could be a quote, right? Like a testimonial slider, but it's not. It's just, here's more information. So no customers, no smiling customers, no representative social proof. Other biggest mistakes, trying to get them to do too many things. So let's see, we got this thing, I think, what is this, Service Titan? And then you got this, which is the form. Then we've got the call. Then we've got apply for aid. Then we have anything else? This one's not terribly bad. I guess contact us looks like a little bit different than send message maybe. This one's not as bad as some I see, but you know what I'm talking about. When you go on a HVAC website and you see 5 big buttons that are all trying to tell you to do that thing. What is it I'm supposed to do as a homeowner? What is the one main thing that you really want me to do? And make sure that you're focused on that. That to me is, it's a little bit off here, but it's definitely a big mistake. 4, we're going to get into that a little bit later. Right before the cold plunge, we're going to talk about SEO. So we're going to do 10 minutes on design. We're going to do 10 minutes on SEO, and then we're going to cold plunge at the end for fun to make this a little different than normal. So we covered a few of these items already. We do have a big call to action right away. We have the call and the send message. By the way, this is a different red than this. So that's a design. This is vibrating, as the designer would say, negatively, and this is unclear. So these are big opportunities, honestly, because this type of stuff makes the company. And I say this out of the love. Care personally and challenge directly is what I'm learning to do. I care a lot, and I think that this is actually driving away customers, these little design things that look kind of shoddy. So I strongly recommend getting this color to match this color and getting things to just this color to match this color and just really making this visible. This is kind of invisible right now, this phone number up here, and it is important. So there's a lot of things where there's opportunity here. There's a lot of opportunity. Let's look at it that way. There's a lot of opportunity to improve. We do have a big call to action. We do not really have friendly customer focused headlines because this is kind of the major headline. This is the best one, but then most of them are about you and kind of self-serving and kind of, braggy, which is very common, by the way. I'm not trying to rip on you too much. Smiling customers, we do not have that. Visual reviews and videos, we do not have that. Big ones. Those are huge. No stretching or distorted images. I actually don't see any stretching or distorted images. The only thing I would say kind of counts is the fact that it looks like there's supposed to be some visual down here, but it's completely impossible to see. And I'm trying to see, maybe I'm zoomed in too much. Nope, I'm at the right zoom level. And so it looks like I'm supposed to see a picture over here, and I'm not. So that's We usually check a couple things at once here. The mobile menu looks fine. This logo and the name is very small though. Even just putting the name next to the FR would be a big improvement. I'm sure Dan Antonelli and Kickcharge would have something to say about this logo, but I'm not that guy. But I do think at least putting this text next to this, so on mobile, when you're looking at it in a small size, that it's clear what your name is. That would matter. That does matter. All right, and then next up, mobile friendly. Yep, it's mobile friendly. It's not great, if I'm honest with you. Not getting distracted by too many offers. I think this counts as we are kind of. We got the phone number, we got another call, we got the send message, we got the chat. This is getting a little like it's just, if you spend all the time trying to get them to do one thing, like even the message message us or the call, that would probably be a better focus in my opinion. But I feel like it's on the line, so I'm going to give that one to you. Clarity on exactly what you offer. Freedom Residential. So we have HVAC here, but I would say this is kind of low clarity because the brand doesn't say heating and cooling, and then there's HVAC, but like it's just low clarity. I can't give you this one because there's opportunity to really push the topics of heating and cooling more here. Why is this company different? Bullet points are feature differentiating features. This is a differentiating feature. This is a differentiating feature. So I think if you had a bigger headline, you could turn these into bullet points. And you could change this one because you can put this in the footer of your website. You could just you have a bullet point here that says like fully licensed and ready to serve your needs or something like that. That would be a little bit more like functional as a bullet point, as a differentiating feature. I don't think we're going to count that right now just because it's not called out. This is called out now, but it's so far down. So far down, it's not going to get seen most of the time. That's just the raw truth. Most people go this far, maybe. And I've done that with heat mapping to really understand most websites. People do not scroll. We put content down there because we want there to be SEO. We want it to be visible for SEO, right? Trust factors feel cleaner branded. If we look for things we call trust factors, testimonials count, awards count, this might count. First, I'm not a big advocate of not just being faith-based, but I'm not a big advocate necessarily of like promoting that on the website because some people will love it. Some people, I just don't know if it's necessarily a marketing strategy personally, but that's definitely spicy to say that. This is a trust factor. Here we go. Carrier. BBB is a trust factor. Those look cleaner branded. I'm going to have to give that to you. So good job on that. Maybe one more would really seal the deal with a Google review or something like that. Definitely believe you should have testimonials, Google reviews on this website. That would be a massive improvement. Interior pages have a clear call to action at the end of the page. Yep, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Clear call to action. The header does not, though. So this is the other part of that. This should have a big button around it that says call us. It should have a button. It should be a much more contrasting color. It should be called out, and it should say call us and then your phone number if you're going to make that a call us. So I can't give you 11. 12 is socially connected and active on social platforms. Let's take a look. Just going to give you some likes real quick. April 4th, April 4th, April 4th. So this is I understand that. Oh, you're just resharing stuff from back in the day, maybe. That's fine, but like you shared it all on the same day. Really, you want to be kind of sharing more like once a week at least, maybe more like 4 times a week. We're kind of looking a little ghost time, a little ghosty right here. Okay? Like it looks like you're not, and that's fine. This is not the biggest priority per se, social media, but I just think 1 or 2 every once in a while would be really good. Like it would, like every week at least posting once would be a big improvement here. That's what I'm going to recommend. Just social proof. Need to plug my computer in. We'll take a short moment to do that. All right, unshare for a second. We're looking at social, but we're about to look at SEO stuff. What we're trying to do on average with social media with a home service business like this is just make sure you look like you're really open. That's the main idea. Like we get fancy with it. We make suggestions. You can get business from it. But if people are checking just to make sure you're open, sometimes we want them to see stuff. So it sounds like a small thing, but it matters as a homeowner that they know that you're not just like, you know, and also like if you're really doing it well, it does kind of say something. It says this company has enough resources to not only do good work, but maybe to also to share some stuff on social media. So, by the way, this is coming after the social or the SEO part. It's cold. Trust me, it's cold. The ice is getting melted here, but it is going to be chilly in there. That'll be more fun here in a second. We're going to jump in that water. But in the meantime, we got a few more things here going into SEO. The first piece is going to be looking at Google reviews, because Google reviews do affect your map placement in it. Local SEO is what we do, really focused on getting higher for local terms, the map pack, that type of stuff. If I look here, let's see. Freedom Residential. All right, we got 53 reviews. All we really need to be is at least 30 with 4.5 stars or greater. It looks like this is all filled out. Looks like this is posting somewhat regularly. Social media is connected. You could use the products area here. You could ask questions to yourself and answer them from a different profile, and then answer them from the company profile. Questions people have in the sales process, things you think would help you sell more. You could probably be a little bit more comprehensive with this content and put more keywords in there, but otherwise it is filled out completely. So we're good on that. And then we're going to get into SEO stuff here. I use the tool Ahrefs just for those that don't normally join us. I'm looking at the basics of this website's traffic. Ahrefs is discontinuing this report that I like in a little while, so I'm going to have to get used to that. But we do not have an upward graph on traffic and links. In January, you had 54 keywords, and for some reason, you're at 1 right now. I'm very scared about what that means. I'm actually going to look at your code real quick and make sure you're not like de-indexed, because that is not great if that's what's happening. Sorry if I'm going to the code here for a second, y'all. Oh my God, we uncovered it. Y'all, this is why a little bit of SEO can go a long way. Your website is currently de-indexed. I'm so sad. See, this is, even though this sucks that this is happening right now, here, look at this. This website is currently no index, no followed. Which means, guys, I'm not even making this up. Which means you're telling Google right now to not follow the website. So immediately, this is the biggest problem on your website. This is why you used to have 50 keywords and now you have 0 or 1. And it's actually kind of tragic because if somebody does a website and doesn't know SEO, they accidentally leave this on or whatever. So the way you change that, guys, if you wanted to change that, I'm going to pull up an example of how to fix that if you have this happening. So if I go to tools and reading on Facebook here. So this is what it looks like on our website. If I'm in WordPress, because this is a WordPress website, you go to settings and reading, and if this is clicked right now, which I think it is, unclick it and then press save changes. And that should remove this code that's telling Google you do not want any traffic to this website. And I don't want to understate this or overstate this. This is literally a massive problem on your website right now. And if this is happening on your website, all you have to do is go here and so view developer, view source, and then go find, and then say no index or no follow, and see if that's happening in the code. This is nerd stuff, but it really matters. I'm telling you, this person's website that we just uncovered is telling Google not to come to it. This is why a professional website company matters. This is why a professional SEO company matters, because you are currently telling Google not to come to your website, which is wild. No, I'm not trying to be rude here, but this is wild, and your web company should be looking into this immediately. We do not have an upward graph on traffic and keywords. Let's see. I'm going to go through the other things. I'm sure they're not great, just to be honest. I'm so sorry that this one's going this way. But yeah, we do not. We only are kind of ranking. See, this is where it's like it's not even ranking for your name now. It used to be at position 2, but it's gone because of this problem on the website, which is sad. Upward graph on traffic and keywords. 5 best links. We do not have. I already know we're not going to have links, but we'll take a look. Click this. Ooh, show best links. Okay, so there's not any good links there necessarily. Content going out on a regular basis. If there was, it's not being indexed because, yeah, there's no content going on a regular basis. 500 words on each of these service pages. Each of these, by the way, you got a spelling error here, but you should have individual service pages for each of these. HVAC replacement, HVAC service, HVAC repair, etc. Air conditioning repair, air conditioning service, that type of thing. Location landing pages for services, we do not have that. 500 words for each of the key service pages. I feel like maybe, nope. Interlinking to those pages throughout the site, nope. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 30%. I'm not going to be rude about this, but it's ultimately a lot of opportunity here is what I'll say. And as I cold plunge, I might answer Dan Antonelli says, number 6, your truck is not featured. Visually, more of your customers know your truck better than your logo, assuming your brand is on point. And then Michael James, by the way, thank you for joining in, Dan. And then Michael James Johnson, as we do this cold plunge, we're going to do it while we talk about this probably. It's wondering why Reddit traffic. There's been some hubbub in the SEO community about Reddit traffic. So we'll do our best to answer that during this. Yeah. So Reddit traffic, I'm going to see if I can one second, y'all. Making sure I got my timer up. I do not want to do this longer than a minute, if I'm real with you. Maybe 2. We'll see. All right, so Reddit traffic. Reddit traffic matters because there's an element of Google that's showing so much more Reddit pages than other websites now. And what it does is it takes away traffic from your and I's website. And so SEOs get frustrated because they feel like it's kind of corporations playing to other corporations. And as people running websites, we want to get as much visibility as we possibly can. And so we have to be scrappy and resourceful to find as many ways to get more traffic. So what I would recommend to you, James, is that we should be inspired by Reddit more than competitive. Meaning we should be a resource for user-generated content. Now, I sound like I'm going into nerdy mumbo jumbo, but what I mean is you should be tapping other business owners and referral partners and creating content with them on your website. To get, what is the function of Reddit? It's a forum. And in the age of ChatGPT and AI content, people are looking for authentic answers from real people. And Reddit is generally authentic answers from real people. So how could you create more of that type of resource on your website? A great example in my area is a company called Abracadabra Pest Control. Go check those guys out. Look at their blog. They're featuring other home service businesses and people that can refer them on their website and talking about things that those people are experts at. All right, we got 2 minutes there. It's chilly, guys. It's chilly. It's the last actual piece of ice, but I put in a bunch of ice in the middle of this. Oh, man. It always kind of wakes you up. I don't know the science behind that, but I know it always ramps me up. All right, y'all. So what is this last lesson I'm trying to give here about user-generated content and more authenticity? Feature your referral partners on your blog. Make your blog a resource with other people so that you can create some community and create a reason for people to come up to your website outside of just SEO. SEO is just one component of marketing. You should be doing at least 5 hardcore lead generation methods SEO is one thing. We do Google ads. We help make beautiful websites in addition to cold plunging and doing website audits. I know some of you guys are like, why is this guy shirtless on his feed right now? Well, just cold plunging. This cute little thing my wife gave me as a birthday present. Very cool. True Grit. Somewhat inexpensive inflatable cold plunge tub, which I like. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if I missed anything, I'm just going to check real quick if I missed any questions or anything like that. Shout out to your company. Shout out where you are in the world. Michael, thank you so much for the question. I really appreciate it. It makes this more interesting. Dan Antonelli, Kick Charge, thank you so much for the recommendation for trucks and vans. I mean, these lives are always so much better and so much more fun when you guys participate. And I hope you guys having a great day and join me. Usually I do these on Saturday mornings. Maybe I won't do a cold plunge every single time, but I hope to continue to be useful to you. Have an amazing, amazing Saturday. Bye.
Day one, it was just shockingly different.
They did such a great job.
Extremely happy.
I have a salesperson that works 24/7.
We've worked with a lot of different agencies over the years, and I think we found, just like most people in this room probably, that they're extremely frustrating, really annoying. Tim and his company is just light years apart from anybody we've ever experienced. Industry for 15 years, and I've always loved marketing, so I've experienced a lot of those same stories that anybody in this room will have. From day one, it was just shockingly different.
And we are very happy with your services. Extremely happy. If you're just beginning your website, or if we're getting into this new AI technology, do your research, ask other people who hired that company, and then hold them accountable. But we did our research on your company, and we deposited our trust in you guys, and we relate to you the bad experiences that we had before and how frustrated we were with what we built 3-4 different websites before, and they didn't work, didn't provide results. So I would say do research and hold them accountable. And you guys are great with that, with accountability.
I have a salesperson that works 365 days a year, 24/7. Whenever a customer comes and visits that website, and I am able to essentially start my sales process for them. I've never been able to do that with that other website. Where I was viewing it from, oh, this is an expense, when I looked at what it could actually do for me, it's one of the smallest investments that we could make for such a good return on.
Yes, Hook is a little bit more expensive, but I guarantee you your ROI will be there. In business, it's all about risk. From what we actually have with the website, they did such a great job grabbing my idea and just blowing it out of the water.
Rank high on Google, Hook Better Leads. HookAgency.com